So tomorrow is the deadline for political parties to submit the list of candidates. But only 8 political parties, according to INEC, have forwarded their nomination list to the Independent National Electoral Commission. This was disclosed by the INEC chairman, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, at a quarterly dialogue session with the Nigerian Civil Society Situation Room in Abuja.
Everywhere. Tomorrow will officially close the submission of nominations for Presidential and National Assembly. 89 political parties, 89 political parties submitted notices for the conduct of primaries. So we expect submissions from 89 out of the 91 political parties. At the close of business yesterday, only 8 political parties filed nominations. We'll have the figure for today at the close of nominations today.
So we do hope that by the end of today or by the end of tomorrow, we'll have a full list of those who want to be president, governor across the political parties, because according to INEC, over 80 political parties indicated interest for primaries. Well, let's get to our major discussion for tonight, everyone. The Coalition of United Political Parties, CUPP for short, which include 39 political parties, including the People's Democratic Party, PDP, have commenced the process of agreeing on a common presidential candidate to challenge the All Progressives Congress, APC. We understand that some of the CUPP leaders met behind closed doors in Abuja. But what does this mean for the 2019 presidential race, considering the fact that some of the political parties within the CUPP have their own candidate? Will these people step down? How exactly will this coalition work? For the APC, which is in power, what does this mean for the APC and its presidential candidate, Muhammadu Buhari? Let's get talking, everyone, on this program. Our partner tonight, Dr. Abdul Jalil Tafawa Balewa, is a member of one of the leaders of the CUPP. He joins us now. Mr. Yemi Akinwumi is the Deputy National Chairman of the People's Democratic Party. We're hoping that Mr. Bayo Oshinaga will join us. He's a member of the APC. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for coming on the program. I'd like to begin tonight's conversation with Dr. Tafawa Balewa. What did you discuss alongside some of the leaders? And Nigerians will want to know, what are those things on the minds of the leaders of the CUPP when you're thinking of a coalition presidential candidate?
It's very simple, Sheung. Thanks for having me. We're looking for a presidential candidate out of all the congregation of parties that we have at the moment. We have about 45 parties, not 39 as you said earlier. PDP is one of them, but it's just one of them. You're talking as if all the parties are encircling PDP. It isn't so. Each party is an equal partner in CUPP. And we hope to be able to have a word with all the presidential candidates of the cogent parties, the stronger parties, and then see who do we present as a body to the Nigerian public.
Have you, what is the basis of your agreement from that meeting yesterday, if you arrived at one? Because we understand that that meeting was behind closed doors. If this is your intention, what have you agreed on within these, the frame of the presidential race? That seems to be the major strata for you. Or are you planning other strata, governorship, legislative? Is the presidential strata, is that the major agenda for CUPP and its allied group?
No, Nigeria is our agenda. The presidential candidate, as you mentioned earlier, is supposed to come willingly from CUPP. Now, a lot of parties are going to submit their presidential nomination by tomorrow. That's 24 hours, like as you mentioned earlier. However, there is room for substitution, and that goes until the 18th of November. Now, to be a presidential candidate is not just being, it's not like being the captain of a class or anything like that. These are people with massive egos, but it's the parties that we're dealing with, and it's the parties that are going to decide, and we're going to find ways of reaching a compromise candidate. After all, it's the nation that matters, not a party. This is not about party politics. It's about retooling and retuning the nation.
Interesting. Let me quickly go to Mr. Akinwumi, who is the Deputy National Chairman of the PDP for the southern region of the country. So, in all of this, the question on the minds of a lot of the critics of your party is that your party think in its mind that it is not strong enough to confront or challenge the ruling APC in the 2019 race, and that's why it's looking for an alliance, this kind of coalition, other political parties to work with. For your party, should this not work in your favor, how would this go for you?
Well, thank you very much, Hugh, for having me this evening. Let me make one slight correction. I am elder, not Mr. I am Elder Yemi Akinwumi, not Mr. Well, to the question you raised, let me make some prelude question analysis. The idea of coming together as one body for this election came as a result of the failure of the present government. We have never had it so bad like this in the history of Nigeria. Life is becoming unbearable to the common man. Life, the hardship is felt even by the rich or the poor, even the middle class. And then we were taught, all of us together, we feel the brunt together. We go to the same market, all of us. That's why we came together. That, okay, by coming together, we want to unseat the present government. And it has to be so, because in physics, theory of motion says if you want to move a stationary object, you have to exert 3 times the energy of that stationary object before it can move. Whether you like it or don't like it, the APC is in government. They have a number of advantages. They have the funds, they have the security, they have the INEC itself also. So, for it to make it easy for all of us to unseat them, we have to come together. In the history of politics in Nigeria, alliances have been very common in the past. It's not a merger. It's an alliance. We come together, we X-ray, most of the political parties, the 49 members will submit their presidential candidate. But at a round conference table, we sit down and X-ray all of them. Who has the wherewithal? Who has the political will? Who has the determination? Who has the energy that we can put forward? This is not a question of junior, senior. It's not a question of one being superior or one being inferior. That
okay,
we have to in the community.
Just a moment. Let's take this break. When we come back, we dissect what this all means in terms of political ideologies. If all these political parties are coming together, is their agenda to remove APC from prominence or to really cater for the interests of an average Nigerian? The APC member will join the conversation tonight, but we together look at some of these issues on the table. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back, everyone.